What's going on, y'all? Gonzo's Convos. We're now in season 7 and the first episode. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Kammie.
You gotta give us more like where you from, all that good stuff.
Hey, I'm Kammie. I'm from Kansas City,
Kansas
Missouri.
City.
Yeah,
Okay. I actually have family in Kansas City.
really?
Yeah, they're Chiefs fans and shit. But me not so much.
Why? Be lit. You should come one of the games.
Nah, you don't like the team I say I like, to be honest.
Okay.
Huh?
What's the team?
The Raiders, Raider Nation. You better click off. Crazy. Yeah. So, it is what it is. But I like it out there. It's cool. Would you consider Kansas City the Midwest, or would you consider that kind of like, I don't know, like its own area?
I'll say Midwest, kinda a little bit.
Midwest?
Yeah,
Okay. You like living there, or is it like, have you heard of better places?
better places. It's better places. Definitely.
Better places?
Yeah,
So you're trying to get out of there?
definitely.
I got you. And just so y'all know, like I'm under the explicit category, so y'all can drink, smoke, do whatever y'all want to do.
Oh, period.
Yeah. I'm just letting y'all know, so you know, and you could cuss. You know what I'm saying? Like no one really cares. But and then getting on to Kyrah, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Okay,
Hello.
good. Hello? Yep. Y'all there? Can y'all hear
Oh,
me?
we're back now. Okay. I was saying to go ahead, introduce yourself.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, y'all. It's Kyrah Crosswire. Um, I am a YouTuber, model, actress, musician, all kinds of stuff. I do so many different things. I am originally born and raised in Chicago, but I do spend a lot of time in LA. I plan to relocate there soon. I actually just got back from there a couple of weeks ago. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to be on this podcast and share my
Yeah.
views. I think um, all these conversations that we have in these type of settings can.
Oh.
So I'm excited to be a part. Excuse me, but I'm gonna be multitasking. Um, but I'm a
Oh
hustler
no, you're good. You're
first,
good.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I got to get to the
Go
bag. So
ahead.
I'm multitasking, but I'm here.
No, I got
And
you.
it's
Absolutely. You're
also
doing your
nice,
thing. I respect it.
nice to see y'all and talk again.
Oh yeah, no, I respect it. I respect it for sure. So what I'm trying to do for this season is kind of have like different people from all different areas, kind of see what their insights are on this generation and this world in general that we're living in. So, we have Kyra, who spent a lot of time on the West Coast, who I guess you could say would be representing West Coast on this podcast, and then you, Cammy, representing the Midwest, I guess you could say, or Central, whatever you want to call that area. Um, so yeah, just getting different insights. So to start off, we want to go ahead and get into the topic of this generation. Let me go ahead and see what I can find here. Um, we're just gonna go ahead and go with this. As, if it'll show up, there you go. So if we get into the topic of that, what the hell is that? That's the wrong one. Crazy. Anyway, there we go. This generation. So all these images in the background are kind of like AI type shit, AI image
Mhm.
generated type shit. I just put in like, generation art and all kinds of different shit. So since we're talking about this generation, right? What are you guys' thoughts on it? On this generation?
Um,
It's
I guess
different.
I'll go first. Um, I feel like this generation. Are we talking about like millennials? Are we talking about Gen Alpha? We talking about like how specific are we getting? Or are we just speaking generally?
Let's
Like
go from because I don't really know the terms, to be honest with you. I don't even know what, like, if I'm Gen Z or Gen O. I don't really know. So let's go from, I guess, from 30 years old down to 18 years old, from that area.
So I'm 28.
41.
I was born in 1996, so I consider myself to be a millennial.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up, I had a few years in the 90s that I got to experience, and then,
Which
I
is good.
was able to experience. I feel like I was a part of the last generation to be able to experience like going outside, like just being a kid, not having to worry about certain things that kids and stuff have to worry about today. Like
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in Chicago. I grew up on the west side of Chicago. So anybody who's from Chicago or who is familiar with the area knows that that's a rough part of town. But
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid, like 5 years old, I used to be outside on the block with my uncle, like and my friends running around playing all day. And it was like everybody looked out for each other. Like, even
Yeah.
though your mama may not have been outside, somebody down the block knew you and knew your mama and made sure to keep an eye on you. Like, it was a different time back then, and stuff still happened, of course, but it's nothing like it is today. But I'm just saying that to like speak to my childhood and kind of how things was when I was coming up. But speaking on this generation right now from 30 to like the teens, I feel like it's a split. um like the younger generation, like in the younger kids, I feel like they are very into social media. They very obsessed with their appearance and with being like popular, and like it's all about image, I feel like, to them. I don't think a lot of kids in the younger generation, I don't think they think about choices and decisions. They just do what they think is going to look the best. So you got
I
all
got.
these people trying to be gangbangers, all these people trying to be Instagram models and looking up to these celebrities and saying they goals and all this stuff. Whole
Yeah.
time the people they're looking up to was in these fucked up relationships. They fucking living in fucking LA with 5, 6 roommates in a one bedroom. Like it's all about perception to them. And I feel like
Yeah.
that could be a good and a bad thing, but you have to know, you have to have a good level, you have to be level headed, you have to have a good level of discernment, you have to really be aware because it's a lot of crazy shit going on these days. But
Mm-hmm.
the older generation, I would say like around my age and like older, I feel like we grew up in a time where we literally got to see everything transition from like, we got to see the internet really blow up. We got to see like chat rooms and virtual worlds and like video games, like all this shit we got to see
MySpace.
develop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to really see social media. I still remember when Instagram was nothing, like nobody cared about Instagram.
When it was
I
new,
still
new.
remember
When
when
it was
Twitter
white
was
and blue.
busting.
When it
Right.
was
Yes,
white
I
and
remember when
blue.
Twitter
Shit.
was busting and when it, everybody used to
When
be
they
on
had
Twitter and
boots.
Twitter was the thing. And when like AIM and Skype and Uvu and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
like when I was coming up in high school, that's all the stuff that we was on. So I feel like we have a different advantage because we know the difference between like nowadays, and we know how shit used to be. Like it was real TV shows, it was real role models on TV, it was real movies coming out that was unique and different. Now they just doing spinoffs of every TV show, spinoffs of every movie. So I feel like the people who was born in like the 90s, we got the best of both worlds kind of, because we got to experience and see everything evolve. And the younger kids, they just so fixated and focused on social media. They want everything now, 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 now. Everything is so fast paced to them that they don't really have an idea of what it feels like to be in that like era, which I think is the reason why we're so like how can I say it? We are innovative and creative on a different level. Like everything is, it's different for us. I don't know. It's just like if you know, you know. Like I can't really explain it no more, but that's
I
kind of
get what
how I
I
you
feel.
definitely feel like that because I'm 28 as well. So it's
Period. So you
like,
understand? We
yeah,
all around
like
the
social
age.
media really took over everything. So the Instagram models, everything, and they see
Mhm.
everything on TikTok, and they don't have patience to even.
Nope.
Let me see how I can say this. Like they don't have the patience to like even build if they really wanted to. They think they don't. They think it's just supposed
Yeah.
to come to them like
Everything's
that.
supposed to be overnight. Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh
like I
shit.
definitely feel like that. That's crazy. What happened?
I have no clue.
Uh-oh. These younger kids though, they lost for real. A lot of them don't have any guidance
Yeah, they don't.
or anybody to really like check them, and you know, everybody don't come from a family or environment like that. So some people don't fall into the stereotypes, but the vast
Soon
majority, I
as the
feel like,
street lights come
regardless,
on, either
still
you
just
got to be in
right.
the house or stay on the
Like you
porch.
better, you better be in this house.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Can y'all see
just
me too?
uh.
no.
Cause I don't know what the hell. My camera's not working.
I had to leave and join back in when that happened.
Yeah, let me try to do that real quick.
That's literally what I just had to do when my audio was acting weird. Okay, I need to just start this back set. I don't know what told me come home and just do your real hair.
Man, I tried to do that yesterday. I
I'm
swear, I
like,
just threw in the wig like forget it.
Okay, yeah, my camera's still not working. What the fuck? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. This is
oh,
not good. I have no idea what the fuck is going on here.
I hope he gonna edit this.
I'm sure you will. So it's not a lot of dead space. Of us just not talking about shit.
All right, now it's working. Jesus. So what's funny is this has been recording still the whole time, so that's cool. I like that. So it kind of picks up like where I leave off type deal.
Oh, okay.
It messes up. That's why I like this. So I apologize for that. I was trying to
No,
figure
you
that.
good. Technology has a mind of its own.
That's what I'm saying, and that's kind of the world we're adapting to, as you were saying.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Can we go ahead and continue what you were saying before this thing started messing up?
Like I was just saying, like this generation is different. Um, Basically, the internet really took over. Um, I don't know really more what I can say. It's just like definitely different, especially like with kids growing up with the
Mhm.
technology, YouTube,
Mhm.
everything. They don't really get to see or experience like a real childhood. I guess if that's what I'm saying, like to go
Yeah,
outside and play, or be
yeah,
in the house by the street lights come on. Like
yeah. That's time to go home type deal. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like because I was born in 2002, so I feel like the early 2000s kids were probably the last ones that really hung outside. Like that would actually like when you're outside, hang out by the green boxes, those electric boxes and shit. That was like that was like the spot
I
where
did
you
not
sat
know you
down
was
and
born in
chilled. You know what I'm saying?
2002.
Huh?
I did not know you was born in 2002.
Oh yeah, I'm young for sure, but I don't know.
Did not
I
know
feel
that.
like I've always been different, like kind of like an outcast from people my age and people around my age. I feel like just because I haven't really been with trends like that. Like yeah, I'm on social media just like everybody else, and yeah, I'm doing my own thing like everybody else, but you won't ever see me following trends if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So like if a trend was like I don't know, eat fucking gummy worm, how many gummy worms you could eat or some shit. You'll never see me try that if that makes sense. But I'll like watch that like yo, that's stupid. Like, but let them do that. I'm that kind of guy.
Okay.
You know, versus like other people that are my age will probably like wouldn't hesitate to do it. They'll probably end up like
Try.
I don't know, snorting it or some shit. I don't fucking,
Ah,
you know. But that's just because, like, I feel like me personally, this generation is just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of goofy a little bit. If that makes sense. Like, we're
definitely.
smart in our own ways, but at the same time, like, we have our downfalls too.
Yeah, I think that's like that with every generation for
Yeah,
sure.
which I feel like, which honestly, I feel like brings us to the relationship talk in this generation. I feel like, well, how do you guys feel like relationships are? Do you guys feel like they're healthier in this time period versus way before, like versus the
No.
2000s or the 90s or anything like that?
I think I think a lot of the same stuff that was happening now happened back then. It just looked different. But I
Mm,
think one of the things that was better, I think back then was communication and stuff like that because we didn't have social media to post about well, I'm gonna say they didn't have social media to post their every move or to go on there and be looking at somebody else and what they got going on and being envious of that person. You don't even know what that person is like. Now it's so I don't know. Social media is like a good and a bad thing, honestly. But I do think it changed the way that people interact. It could, like I said, it's pros and cons. It can be a positive thing and a negative thing. But I feel like back in the day, like people used to actually go out and have fun. Like now, people go in the club, they stand on the wall, they just get dressed and pay $2,000 for a section for a bottle that costs $60, and they just sit there. Like people don't have fun. People
yeah,
scared to like live. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, it was dudes dancing in the club. They didn't have to be gay or nothing. Like dudes used to go and have fun and not care about what nobody else got to say. I'm
yeah,
dancing or I'm having a good time. Same thing with the women. The women used to be dancing, get real dressed up, looking nice, go outside, have a good time. Like yeah, stuff still happened back then, but people, I feel like they was more present. You know what I'm saying, in the
yeah,
moment,
yeah,
not so focused on a photo op or like looking good for people. Because I feel like now that's how it is today. Like you go out. Like I was just in Atlanta, and me and my best friend was talking about this because we one of those people. Like when we go out, we dance, we do all type of shit. We dance, we stroll, we do like everything. We go out in the club. Like
absolutely. You have
we
to.
paid our money, we having a good time. We know and we just, you know what I'm saying, not worried about like scared of what somebody else gonna say about them, or they just don't think about living in the moment. Everything is so like I don't know. It's crazy. I'm glad I'm not one of those people because I can still go out and enjoy myself and be present in the
Yeah,
moment and have a good time and dance and do whatever and not care what nobody's saying or doing around me. But I think that's
yeah,
changed. Like back then, it was so different how people used to interact with each other. You had to pay somebody or call them on the house phone, or you had to go meet up with people to actually do stuff.
Right.
Like now, it's so easy to be
yeah,
so standoffish and to yourself, and that's why people don't know how to communicate with each other too, especially if they don't come from a household or a upbringing that encourage talking about your feelings, expressing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Holding people accountable when they do something that makes you feel some type of way and be able to express it in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? People are
yeah,
so used to being so isolated and separated. And there's nothing wrong with that, I feel like, to an extent. And some people are just naturally introverted. But I'm talking about people who just like they hide behind a social media screen. You know what I'm saying?
I just
So
know, like, I know
yeah.
for like I'm gonna speak on the Latin side, on the Hispanic side, shit ain't changed. Like the kids are still terrified of the shoe. You know, we're still terrified of getting hit by the slipper and shit like that, and all that type. So that's never gonna change. Like newer generations, you might still see them in the phones and video games and all that type of stuff, but Mama still just gotta take her slipper off, and he's still gonna get fucking scared. I see it. It's still happening nowadays. So you know what I'm saying.
Okay. And it
So I
needs to
feel
be
like
happening for people that's out here doing all this crazy shit. Because those be the ones that missed it.
Yeah.
mm,
It definitely is.
definitely,
I
definitely,
think
but
that's a
I
huge
I
positive.
definitely agree though. It's definitely been like a big change in society for sure. Like kids are not going outside as much at all. Like if you look at neighborhoods nowadays, you won't see kids outside like throwing a football like like we used to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't see kids even
On a
fucking just
bike,
doing
on a scooter, or anything, you don't see
on a
nobody doing
trampoline,
Nope.
like
nothing.
shooting
Nope.
shooting basketballs. Like I'll see that occasionally at parks, but never like I just outside randomly. So I mean, it's
And then
definitely
the pandemic made stuff worse too.
Definitely
mm.
did.
And I was the class of the pandemic. That's the worst part.
Oh, I hated that for all the kids in high
Can you,
school who had to
can you
fear.
imagine? Yeah, I was one of them. Can you imagine graduating and like you know what I'm saying? You don't get the that celebration afterwards. It's like you got to isolate yourself immediately. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I hated that for y'all. I
I had a
definitely did too.
drive-through graduation, bro. Like that shit was crazy. That shit was wild. A drive-through graduation. Like we just drove through, did a little celebration around the block, and then we drove off, and that was it.
That's
Pick up
crazy.
pick up our diplomas during the weekend. Like just come by whenever type deal. Mm,
Wow.
yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
also in Maryland, so the other schools probably did it differently. But that's how
I know
my
a lot
that's
of people that had virtual ones. Like they couldn't even there was no pull up or nothing. Like they just was on the computer.
yeah yeah. Most of our stuff was on iPads and shit. It was kind of crazy. Nah, I wasn't with it. But on the relationship
Like
side
what
though, do
is
you guys feel like technology? You guys feel like the technology, social media, and all that type of stuff kind of like ruins all kinds of relationships nowadays?
It definitely
yeah.
does. On a certain level.
Said it definitely does.
Yeah, on a certain level, just like, lurking. Everybody posts everything now. They post like every move, where they at, who they with.
Yeah,
Like, so, people, relationships, they question they like, who is that? Like,
I got you.
yeah.
I
So,
got you. So with every topic, I always like do like just a little like Google search type deal, just so I know a little bit of
mhm.
what I'm a little bit of talking about. But at the same time, I don't know. We're gonna see because I did like I said, I took my little research and took some screenshots. I'm gonna see if I can find the right ones here, so I know. So this has right. So this says key love statistics right here. So key love statistics in 2024. Would you guys feel like this is correct?
About 19% disapproval,
Wow.
yeah.
Ooh.
33% is like it doesn't seem like a big number, but
Daunting
it's
statistics.
kind of that's kind of a lot out of however many live
Hell
in the
yeah.
U.S.
Yeah.
Like that's a
That's
crazy number
crazy work.
compared to like 10%. You know what I'm saying? Like that's wild. But what do you guys think causes like those divorces? Like why do you guys think that's like a big number?
Just from
I
seeing
think it can be all
everything,
kinds of
or
stuff.
trust issues, social media,
Trust
going
issues.
out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you kind of hit it like dead on with trust issues. I feel like I feel
Yeah.
like trust issues is probably the biggest one. Why do I say that? Because especially when I was in high school too, like whenever we would get in a relationship, it was almost like the female would always ask us to have our passwords to all of our social medias. That was Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Like they wanted our passcodes and all that shit. And
That's
I used to think that shit was crazy because it was like I would never think to ask her that, but why do they
in
need
middle
that
school.
so
We used
bad?
to switch phones. Give me your phone. I need to get on for an
So
hour.
you, so you
We
two, so
used to
you
do
two
that. Oh
ask for the
my god.
passcode. Like, hold on. So you two ask for the passcode every time.
Yeah. I mean, it's already on your phone. I need that.
Okay, hold on. So what if the dude is like, nah, you don't want the passcode? Like,
Then it's something that you're hiding.
I'm like, want me to show you? Want me to show you what they're hiding?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. So if you're looking at, I'm gonna show you from an Instagram standpoint because I forgot to show this because I was gonna show y'all. But shout outs to them. So City Boys right here. Shout out to City Boys. I don't know if you guys have seen this Instagram page, but definitely just look at it and then you'll see what I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
Um, Hoodville, same thing. Shout out to Hoodville.
Oh, I think I follow them.
You have to follow Hoodville.
Yeah, I think I do.
There's some people on that will comment some like they'll mainly like kind of like throw females under the bus a little bit when it comes to relationship type stuff.
Mhm.
And females take it as a joke. They're like commenting and laughing, and it's funny. Like it's all jokes type deal. But with every joke, I feel like there might be some truth. I don't know.
No, for real.
Is there a meme page? Is there a meme page for dudes that girls have, kind of like that? Or it's like city girls, or like I don't know.
I don't think so. I haven't came
No,
across one.
it's right. Y'all don't have to tell me. It's all good.
I'm not really sure. I mean, I be following like little pages as I see them, but not. I don't be on them enough to really like know no names for real. I always see Justin
I was just about to say
LaBoy
that.
or however you say LA boy, whatever it is. However you
Justin
say
LeBoy, yeah,
it. Yeah, I always see him. That's the
He
one
okay.
I
definitely
always.
start.
Well, shout out to him too. Hell yeah.
Right. Other than that, I don't
And
really be
then
like knowing the names for real. Sometimes I just be sharing the little memes and shit.
I got you. And then I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with these guys too. No Jumper.
Oh
You guys
yeah,
heard of
definitely.
them?
Mhm.
Yeah. So shout out to them too. But believe it or not, Sharp. I don't know. I know you guys know who Sharp is. He's probably the main reason why I kind of got into the podcast part
He's
type
something
deal.
else.
Yeah, he a little something else. But I didn't want to. I don't want to like shit talk females like he does. Like he just goes ham. Like he's ready to go. He's amped up.
Yes, like he be
You
saying
know what I'm
some off
saying?
the wall shit. I be like,
What is it? He told one female, he's like, "You have a better." He's like, "You better off on Boulder with a chip on your shoulder or some shit." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like he basically saying she's better off being a prostitute, I think. But like, it's just crazy because yeah, he don't care, and I kind of like that. But I like how he kind of
that's
goes
the
in
worst.
with it. Might like he's kind of like he says some fucked up shit, but I like how he goes in with confidence with every episode he does. So I kind of like that attitude at least with the confidence part, you know. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you ever go on No Jumper? Like, would you ever go on Sharp's podcast if he was like, "Yeah, come on"?
I would for
I
sure.
would. I
I
mean,
ain't
just
scared of
don't
debate.
snap. I would a little bit. I think it's like so and so 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I probably wouldn't just because I feel like everyone he brings on, it's like more than likely he's gonna roast the shit out of them or like
Yeah.
talk some shit. And I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't want to be there for that. I don't know though, in all honesty. But going in, we're gonna transition into the next topic here. We kind of already talked about the technology a little bit, I guess you could say, because it's mainly just the social media shit. And I feel like that's just the new thing for sure. That's how people are gonna make money for probably the next 30, 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But what is this? Well, I forgot what this was. Can y'all kind of see that? Forgot what this was supposed to be. I don't know if this was supposed to be technology. What the fuck this was supposed to be? I forgot. Hold on. I got it. I got it somewhere. I wrote it down somewhere. Conspiracy theories. That's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. AI
Yeah,
shit.
theory.
AI shit. Conspiracy theories. That's crazy. Anyway. So first, how do you guys feel about conspiracy theories? Like, are you guys kind of freaked out at talking about that type of stuff, or is it like interesting to you guys?
It's interesting to me. I love it.
Interesting.
I love talking about it.
Yeah,
Everybody
it
that I be around,
yeah.
they be like, "Don't start with that conspiracy theory shit." I be like, "Dude, is it like some of this shit may be real? Y'all don't know."
So I've been interested in this shit since I was like way younger, for sure. Like I watched like the old YouTube videos of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
For
But
real.
I feel like it's
Hey,
kind of
we can
making
get
a
into some
comeback.
shit talking about that topic.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of making a comeback, especially like politically wise. I don't like talking about politics. We don't got to talk about all that shit.
Ooh,
I don't.
child, just
But
throw the whole country away, in my opinion.
yeah, I'm already planning on moving away. I don't know about y'all, but
I ain't gonna lie
Europe,
to you.
UK, I'm
Can't
coming, I
trust
guess.
none of
But
these.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But conspiracy theory wise, I feel like there's a lot of crazy shit already going on for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt. But what is like the craziest conspiracy that you guys can think of off the top of your head?
It's so many. I actually follow a couple of channels on YouTube who talk about stuff like that. It's a whole lot. Like I think one of them is that I know for a fact is true and can't nobody tell me different is the shit that goes on in the music industry.
I was just about to say.
The shit that goes on in the music industry. Okay.
Like the
Like you
glorification
talking about like
of
that secret? You talking about like secret society shit
that
type
too.
deal?
Yeah, all of
Right?
that.
Illuminati, all that shit.
Yeah.
Illuminati. I heard like we know it as Illuminati, but I heard they were called something else. Like they were called like Freemasons and shit like that. Or is a
Mhm.
Freemason just a part of that? I don't even know how the fuck that shit works.
Well, the Masons are the ones who run everything, you know?
Yeah.
So if you have the power to control, then you have the power to do whatever you see fit when you have control. So you
So my
can,
thing is like, let's say you had not you both had an opportunity to just make it big like that, like just like whatever you guys do, just make it big like that. She's already shaking her head no because she knows what I'm gonna ask. If like would y'all take that opportunity from this secret society to be a
no,
part of that? You get riches and you get fame, you get all that type of shit. You guys say no? What makes y'all say no?
no,
Interesting.
because there's a lot that comes with it. Like when you look at these celebrities that commit suicide and they get addicted to drugs because they fighting and they running from these demons that they can't escape from all of this stuff that they've done to compromise who they are for a dime, a temporary dime or a piece of fame. It's not worth it in the end, honestly, in my opinion, because what they do is they get you on tape doing something and they hold it over your head forever and say, if you don't follow
Yeah,
this,
if you don't do
you're
it,
gonna
you
lose this and it's gonna ruin you either way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to
yeah.
me, I feel like it's not worth it. To some people, they might look at it a little bit different, or they might say, well, you don't know what you would do if you was in that situation. But for me and who I follow, I'm gonna get what's coming for me regardless. And if it take a little bit longer to get there, then that's just what it's meant to be, because it's gonna build your character and who you are, so you know how to handle it when you do get in that space. But that's just, I feel like, a quick route to a get, like, it's like a get rich quick scheme, and shit like
Yeah.
that never lasts for a long time, and it doesn't have longevity.
Well, that's what
But
we also get to talk about the 20. What was it? Is it the 25 club or the 27 club? I've heard two. I feel like I've
27.
heard both, but I
I
don't
think
know
it's
what it
27.
is.
I think it's
Is it
27.
is it 27?
I believe it's 27. Yeah.
27 club. What do you know about the 27 club?
I know the 27 Club is basically a list of celebrities, or a group, however you want to say it, of celebrities who committed suicide at that age.
Either that or taken out
Or
is what they say.
exactly, we're gonna
Yeah.
say that, because I think
Yeah.
mixtures of both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what that is. And there's a lot of celebrities that, mysteriously died at
Mm-hmm.
that age. Like who? Like Marilyn Monroe, I think was one. Who the
Amy
fuck?
Winehouse, I
Kurt
believe, was
Cobain, I think was
Kurt
one.
Cobain. Um, it's a whole bunch of people. The names is escaping me right now,
Hold
but
up. What's the old school African
Jimi
American
Hendrix,
jazz dude? He
Jimi
played the
Hendrix,
guitar. Huh?
Jimi Hendrix.
No. Way before. He played the guitar. He was like the Crossroads guy. What was his name?
Oh, I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about. I
He
can't
was
think
from
of his.
down he was from down south. What was his name? Yeah.
I don't even
Well, too
remember.
bad I can't look this shit up.
I don't know. It'll come
But
back
I
to me
know who
later.
you're talking about, though.
Yeah, they would say like he met the devil at the crossroads,
Yeah, at
and the devil
Crossroads, he made a
tuned
deal
his
with
Now,
him.
guitar and gave it to him, and he was all of a sudden good. Yeah, he died at
Mhm.
27 too. Also,
Yep, I remember hearing about that. There's this
so
YouTuber who I watch who does videos talking about all kinds of stuff like that. It's his YouTube page is called The Truth Is.
hmm.
And if y'all never heard about him, and y'all seem like y'all into conspiracy theories like I am too, but he talk about all of that shit. Like
Shout out to him.
how they
right.
put everything in. Yeah, shout out to The Truth Is. They put everything in our face to taunt us, to make us think like it's no way that this is real. But if you think about all of these movies that you see with all these aliens and all these zombie apocalypse, all this crazy shit, it's like, how much are y'all really gonna keep saying is imagination? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit that's going on that we don't know about, because we could get real deep off
Shit,
of
even
this.
COVID. We were just talking about
You know what I'm
COVID.
saying?
What 20 minutes ago? COVID's even sketchy as fuck, dude.
Oh,
Like, there's
we
no
know.
way that was a real fucking sickness. I mean, in my opinion, You know what
It
I'm
was
saying?
man. It was definitely man made, and it was used as a way to, I think, do a few things. I think it was population control. They used the fear mongering shit to, I feel like, control people, like making people afraid, so afraid to the point where it was they were able to spew all these different rhetorics and all kind of shit to make people really like start acting like crazy.
Yeah.
Whole time people walking around with a fucking mask on for 3 days, and it's like you have a mask on and you wore it for the last 3 days. Like, how much of that is gonna fucking protect you? Like, then they telling you about a vaccine that you get the vaccine, you still get the shit anyway, and then you can still get it again. Like, so it's like, come on now.
Not only that, but people
And I
still
ain't
got.
never had a vaccine in my life that wasn't like for school or nothing like that. I never got a flu shot or nothing like that. I don't that I can recall. Besides like my shots for school, like when I was a kid and stuff, I never got no other immunizations or anything like that outside of that. And I was like,
Yeah, no, on it.
I'm the same way. Like I just got the immunizations like, needed to go to
mm-hmm.
school. That was about it.
And yeah, I did wind up actually getting COVID twice. The first time it wasn't as bad as the second time, but my body fought through that shit. And for older people or people with pre-existing conditions, I feel like it was the worst for it because, once you have other conditions in your immune system and stuff is weakened, it's harder to fight off certain stuff, just like it is for older people too. So you're seeing a lot of people
Right.
pass stuff, which is very unfortunate. But my body, once I had it, my body created those antibodies, and when I got it again, it was able to fight them off, and eventually I was okay. I feel like it was another like more strenuous version of like the flu, pretty much. It just affected some people worse than others because they had either health issues already going on or they was a little bit
Yeah.
older and the immune system
Yeah.
don't be
But
as strong.
it's kind of weird for the ones that were what they say asymptomatic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where they like didn't feel it. Like I was one of them. Like I got it twice and I didn't really feel much of it. So who knows what that's supposed to mean, if that's supposed to affect me
Right.
later on or what the fuck. So we'll find out here later on, I guess. I don't know. But
No, for
I don't
real.
know. It's always sketchy. I feel like everything that's kind of happened in the world has always been like either like government or like bigger planned, like bigger group of people planned type deal.
The question stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this shit be smoke and mirrors. We be thinking it's one thing and it's some whole other thing going on. And
Yeah.
people just they act so blind and they want to act like it's not real or like, oh, that's just a joke or that's just a coincidence that the Simpsons predicted this and that happened. And no, it's not a prediction, baby. This is them telling you that this is what's finna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wonder how that works. Like, so what do you think the Simpsons are then? If they're able to just tell you, like, make cartoons telling you, hey, this is happening next.
Like the Simpsons.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly. The Simpsons. Like, what do you think the Simpsons is? Like, do you think it's like, do you think they're trying to tell you some shit, or like they already know, or like, how do you think that works? Or do you think it's
I feel
coincidence?
like I don't think anything is there's no such thing as a coincidence to me. I think that this is them in plain sight. They do it all the time with so many things, but they know that everybody isn't going to be. I don't want to say woke because that term it be something else
This
sometimes. But
generation fucked up that term.
they
I'm
know
gonna
it's
say it for you.
they
I'm gonna
know
say it for you.
it's they know it's a lot of people that's not going still not gonna believe it. You could lay it out all in front of them, and it's people that's gonna be like, "Nah, that's fake," or "Nah, that's not real," or "There's no way they would do
Yeah,
that." But I think it's just like I said, the people who control shit and are in charge, they do it in plain sight because they know that people are dumb. They're not gonna we live in a microwave society, so the people be on to the next so quick, and it's like that's why you see all these distractions and stuff happening, and we
yeah.
be focused on one thing whole time. There's some other big shit going on that people not even paying attention to no more because they so focused on this distraction that they put in front of us. So
I just like the different theories, like the after death type theories. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think religions are interesting. I think all the theories are interesting. You know what I'm saying? But like, if someone was to ask me if I'm religious, I can't really say yes or no, because I'm open minded to whatever exactly exists. I just know there's got to be something out there. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be something, whether that's reincarnation, whether that's whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? But like I grew up in a family where they're predominantly Christian or Catholic. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like a big Mexican thing. You're either Christian or you're Catholic. But I kind of wanted to think outside of that. Like, what about other possibilities? You know. So what do you guys think about that? Like the after death type stuff, afterlife or whatever.
I feel like shit like that is like, I don't know, because there's people that have done. I've seen. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the videos that be on YouTube and stuff, where they be like, "Oh, like I died and went to hell and I came back. Like this is my testimony," type like them type of videos.
Yeah, yeah, those ones are kind of
But
freaky. I said those ones are kind of freaky. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, right? They be so creepy, and I just be like, "Oh my god!" Like I feel like this shit is like. I feel like it could be real. Then I'm like, I feel like people could be lying. It's like you just don't know. I feel like that's just one of them things you have to experience it to know. Because
Yeah,
everybody's story or everybody's experience might be a little different depending on what they believe in or stuff like that.
yeah. I don't know. It's like I said, it's all interesting for sure.
Yeah, very, very
I'm just kind of like
interesting.
I'm just kind of one of those people. Like I'm like like let's say the world ends and like that's it. Like I'm just kind of interested to see like what happens after that. Like what happens after? You know what I'm saying? Is that the end? Is that it? Like I don't know. I'm just kind of that curious type of person. I don't know. That makes me different.
For
You
you,
know.
because that's exactly how.
You say you feel that way too? I don't know if she said that, but you said what?
I said, I think she got here. I said, I definitely feel like that. Like, do we get another life or what's gonna happen?
Right,
It's gonna be like pitch black or
right.
I don't know.
I
Like
just I don't know. I feel like when I explain it, when I tell people that they might think I'm like crazy, like
crazy or something. Like they don't
yeah,
be wanting to hear that. I'm like, all right, forget it then.
yeah. But I just be trying to tell people like I'm open minded to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe fucking Greek mythology is the real shit. I don't know. Like we
Yeah.
really don't know what it is. Maybe the tarot cards that people are doing is like legit shit, and I didn't know. I
I
don't
was
know.
literally about to say that. Like I got this friend, she like really, really spiritual. Well,
Yeah,
I don't say
yeah,
spiritual, but she did Toro. So she, kind of put me on to that and quantum leaping and everything else. So
yeah,
I don't know. Like I can't say the same. I can say the same thing about like how you just said it. Like I don't know. Like my family Christian and everything else, but I wouldn't know like what I believe in, to be honest.
exactly. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like I don't know exactly where to put one belief in. I'm just kind of like, what's there? What is it? But I'm gonna tell you this: I don't believe in the zodiac signs. I can't really believe in that. And the only reason, no, the reason behind that, I don't know if I have a bad one or not. For one, but two, I just feel like people, especially in this generation, judge others off of that zodiac signs or off of zodiac signs. Period, off of each other. So it's kind of just why, you know what I mean? Like why off of a sign from stars? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't like when people paint every person with the same brush, like because they're a
I
sign.
like that term.
I do believe that there are similarities amongst people of certain zodiac signs. I do think that there can be similarities. I'm not saying every single Aries is this way or every single Leo is this way. I'm a Leo, so I can speak from my own experience and other Leos that I do know. And I feel like as Leos, we do have certain characteristics about us that stick out. Um, but I don't think that every single person is the exact same, and that depends on how you was brought up, the things you went through in your life. There's so many variables that go into a person becoming a certain way as an adult than just a zodiac sign. Like it's so many different things that play a part in who you become. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
just, oh, you're a Sagittarius, so you gonna act like this. Like I
Yeah.
don't think that's end all be all type of thing. So I hate when people be like,
But
oh,
there's just
so act like
but
this.
the funny thing is there's people out there like we're laughing at it, but there's people out there that like wholeheartedly believe that. Like they're like if you are a Leo or a Taurus or whatever the fuck their sign doesn't like, they're like I can't date you, I can't talk to you, like it's bad
That,
luck. I'm like what the fuck are you I'm like, whatever drug they're on, I don't
I'm,
want at all.
because I'm kind of like that person, but I'm not to a certain extent
Nah,
because
see,
it is
you
different.
gotta not
No,
do
listen,
it,
it
bro.
is different characteristics. Like, so I'm not gonna sit here. All right, so since you say you are Aries, I'm not about to talk to you. Well, I'm gonna get to know you until I actually see the person that you are. If
So
you
like
get,
if they kind of match it a little bit.
yeah, like
Okay,
if
okay.
it's characteristics.
I see what you're saying. Like you kind of more like going back to the open minded. You're open minded to that more too as well. So you're kind of
Yeah,
like, let me fill it out, and if it matches, then no. But if it
yeah.
doesn't, then we're cool. I got you. I got you. I don't know. I can't be open minded to it. Because I'm an Aquarius, so like I either hear like ew Aquarius or like oh, you're
Oh
damn,
God.
like hear those type. I'm like, what do you mean? I
People
just
do
want
it,
to know like
do it
what
to
the fuck
my
are you?
sign.
Huh?
I said people do it to my son too.
But like,
But
what's wrong with Aquariuses? I'm just an Aquarius. Like, what is bad about an Aquarius?
I think a lot of people do when they say stuff like that, they coming from a place of hurt. They coming from somebody that they mess with that was this sign and that sign, and now they saying they trying to everybody is that sign when in reality it could just be you going after the same man over and over again and you getting the same result. But that's another conversation that people not ready for. But when I look at the traits of a Leo, I feel like I exude a lot of those traits. Like I'm a social butterfly. I'm like the life of the party. I'm very confident. Like outgoing person. All those things. And I feel like I have some of the traits that could be looked at as negative too, like too proud, stubborn, um, maybe like a touch of arrogance, which I feel like is not always a bad thing, but it can be perceived that way.
I feel
But
like you're playing. I feel like you're playing The Sims right now. Like you're
Right.
picking your traits.
I love The Sims. Oh my god! But yeah, so I definitely think that there are similarities amongst zodiacs, but I don't think it is. I don't think you can just judge a person just off of that because, like I said, there's every zodiac is not created equal, and people
Yeah,
have that they go through and their upbringing and just different things in life that happen that can change a way a person is in general. So it's
yeah.
like it's
I
pros
don't
and
know.
cons.
I don't really think about that type of stuff. Like whenever I'm meeting someone new, like zodiac signs
Me,
don't come to mind at all.
me,
Like, I'm just kind of like,
always,
is this,
yeah.
you said what?
I always ask out of curiosity,
Me
or
too.
like like sometimes it's not like
See, I
oh
get scared when females do that though. I'm like, why do you want to know? Like, what if it's the wrong one? Like,
I be proud
you
saying
know,
I got it tatted on me.
Right, me
I'm
So
too.
about to
I'm a
start saying
cancer. I got it right on
Aquaman,
my
bro.
thigh. Mm.
I'm about to
you
start
trying?
saying Aquaman, so it's like it's not as bad, you know. Shit, like I don't know. I feel like I'm judged on that too much. I don't know. This generation got me a little messed up. I don't know. That's just
Some people
me.
take it to the extreme.
Huh?
I said some people take it to the extreme.
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like with life you shouldn't really take anything to the extreme. I'm kind of that guy. Like I feel like you shouldn't. You know. Like yeah, like be on top of your shit, but like don't take anything to the extreme because I feel like that you're just gonna stress yourself out or I don't know. You're not gonna be the real you. I feel like in that type of that type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's that. So we talked about the conspiracy theory. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the questions. So I know I posted on the story. I don't know if you guys saw.
I did. I did. I thought that was a dope idea.
Yeah.
Well, I started doing that a little bit with season 6 too. So I'm definitely gonna do this throughout the rest of this whole season for sure. So but what I'm doing is I'm gonna do 3 questions for each. So it's 3 questions for Kammie, 3 questions for Kyrah. That's why I did the 2. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Kammie here. Okay. Have you ever cheated? I just picked random, so yeah. Have you ever cheated?
No,
No.
no. Like, I mean, no. Um,
What counts
I
as
mean,
cheating? Let's get into that
what counts as cheating?
question.
Flirting, texting other people, somebody else getting your attention. Just
For real? So like, let's say you holding hands with with whoever it is you with, right? And a female just goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And he goes, "I'm good. How you doing?" And then just keeps walking though. Like
No, that's
he looks
not.
like,
No, I don't think that's cheating. No.
okay, okay, okay. Because some people would think that's like entertaining it. Like, oh, you looked at her back. Like you looked her up and down back.
No, like
Um,
I went. The only reason why I'm saying that is because I've been in like long-term relationships and I never cheated. So, like, you have to actually do something to me to make me like leave. Like,
okay.
so now I've been single and I've been talking to people, but we never made it official. So I wouldn't consider, that as cheating. So you
Right.
probably doing you and I'm doing me.
So if nothing's official, that means
Yeah.
you both can talk to whoever and how many people you want, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say how many people, but you can do what you want.
Understand? Hell yeah, right.
So, wait. Why wouldn't you say how many people then?
Cause like,
What if
men
he
usually
had like so if he had a roster, like if you found out he had a roster, like what Hoodville and all them be posting, right? What if he had a roster? But how would you feel?
depending on how many bitches on there he fucking, I
Like
would
there's like
feel.
20, like 20 at least 20.
Oh no, I'll feel some type of way. No cap.
But
That's
what
too
if you
much.
had 20? Like you had like you were able to get a roster though too. Like it's kind of equal then, right?
I don't know. Cause I don't have like 20. I have probably got a couple, but I don't got 20. That's
Okay, so what if you had 5 and he had 10?
too much for me. Still 10 too much. 5 and 5 we cool.
Then
Right?
too much.
We doing too much.
What about 5.5? No, I was playing.
Um,
Right.
No. We're gonna change the subject. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get on to the next question here. You a Chiefs fan? Are you a Chiefs fan?
I'm definitely a Chiefs fan.
Chiefs fan. What are your thoughts on Patrick Mahomes? Do you really think he's the greatest quarterback to ever live?
I mean, just because I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm gonna say yeah. But then again, I wouldn't say because it can always be somebody else. It could be
True.
somebody different in a
And
different team.
and
But right now,
what do you think of Silver and Black? Also,
no, no. But right now, I'm gonna say yeah.
okay. I just don't want to see him in the playoffs. That's all. I'm tired of that shit. They had their fun, man. Like let the other teams have fun. Like fuck, goddamn. I'm speaking from the heart. I'm sorry, but
That's
all
okay.
right, all right. Um, all right. Here's a third one. Oh wait, that was the wrong one.
I'm
Sorry,
weak.
that's for you. Oh, they answered twice. That's why. Okay.
This is when I don't know.
Is it like?
I'm weak.
What does that emoji even mean?
Right. Acted out. Like, I don't know. Probably me right now.
I got a
Acting
question.
out.
Have you been seeing that on TikTok?
Can you act out this emoji? No.
No. Okay. Cause I saw that shit. So I wonder if it's the same person that's been like trolling people on TikTok.
I'm weak.
I'm fucking dead. Yeah, that's crazy. But they asked Kyrah to do that too, but I think she's driving, so we're gonna go ahead and skip that. That's
Yeah,
cool. All right, we're gonna go on to Kyrah's last. I guess last two. Yeah, last two. You are from LA. So someone asked if you're from LA.
No, I'm not from LA, but I consider it like my second home because it's the place that I visit the most, and it's the place that I feel like I'm home at. So that's why I'm there all the time. So no, I'm not from LA, but it's my second home outside of Chicago.
Hell yeah. Hey, God bless you for taking on that beast. 'Cause
Yeah,
I could not do
it's not
California, bro.
everybody. It's not
Just
for
visiting. Just visiting California. I cannot do living.
people
No.
think you're crazy. Trust me.
All right, here's the next one. Are you the type to be petty because you bored?
Mhm.
Mm,
Data. What? I'm crying. Talk
That
about
sounds like some negative ass stuff,
so.
man.
Right? Like what?
That's crazy work. I bet you they saying they bet so. Well, they only seen my picture, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, did he? I bet you he was crying when he typed that shit. Like he just got his heart broken. Like he just got broken up with.
It's giving that assumption was made just based off of how
You
I
know
look.
how I know? Because I'd probably do the same shit too. I'd probably be on TikTok. Like I bet you do the same shit. You know, and I go pout and shit.
Sound bitter too.
Yeah, I'd be mad as fuck.
Okay, being petty because you're bored, I feel like that's so childish. I'm a grown woman. I don't play games. It either is or it is. It either is if it is, and it ain't if it ain't. Is what I'm trying to say. There's no black.
and
There's
then
no
and then
gray
he
area.
said,
Either
and then
black
he
or
said,
white.
I'm gonna translate it in Spanish for me. He said, "Data vato for the money,
For
data
me,
essay for the money." That's what he said.
I can't date a person for their money. I have my own money, so money does not entice or excite me because anything that I can ask somebody for, I can get it on my own. So money, I feel like it's not really a thing, like a thing that's gonna make me put up with a person or be around a person or like a person. I go based off of personality. If I like you, I like you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want to be with somebody who's financially stable, but you don't have to be rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I wouldn't date anybody just for their money. I can't do that. I don't know how some women do that. Like they date people that they're not attracted to or that they just don't genuinely have a connection with. And I don't see how they do it. But people like they'll sell their soul for a jelly roll, so they'll do anything. I can't put up with nobody who I don't genuinely like just because they got money. Like I can't do it. Like
if we don't vibe, it ain't there.
yes, we gotta
It's
be
not.
able to vibe.
what do you call those? I like when you say those. What do you call those again?
A trick or like
No, when you like, what do you say? Something about Johnny Roll. You said, what was the
oh,
Johnny Roll? What was it?
I said people will sell their soul for a jelly roll.
So they sold for a jelly. What do you call those? I like when you say those. What do you call those?
Um,
I forgot what you call those. Like I remember they taught it in like English class, but you know,
I don't even
the boy
know.
forgot. What was it called?
But people will do anything for money. It's crazy the way people will behave and act and the things that they will compromise within themselves and their own morals and stuff just for money. It's crazy. But I can't tolerate
That's
nobody who
kind
I
of the world we
don't want
live
to be
in,
a
though. Like
millionaire.
even on TikTok, like even like if you go onto like TikTok live section, like the section, I was looking for the word. You go into that area on TikTok, you'll see like they're begging people to like give them gifts and to follow them, and people are like just like to like be goofy and like to tell them to do a face or something like that. And they're like, "Oh, send me a gift and I'll do it." So it's like everything. It seems like everything is always with a price. You know what I'm saying? That's how people
Like,
are living. Like everything's worth a price. Meaning, if I sit down to take a shit, it's gonna cost money. You know, and that's how they live. You know. So I mean, for some people that might work for them, but I feel like that's kind of a crazy way to live.
yeah, different strokes for different folks. That's how I say. I ain't knocking nobody that can do it. I'm just saying I don't think I can.
You said different what? You're different folks, different different strokes.
Different strokes for different folks. What may not work for you may work for somebody
I
else.
feel like
Right?
I've heard that somewhere, but that was for like something else. Like that was for something different.
I'm crying.
I swear, I feel like I've heard that somewhere, but it was for something completely different.
A lot of older people say it. That's where I got it from.
It was like for a different situation. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm crying. Well, I guess that can apply too. Shit.
Right.
If we talk
I,
about that, but
I
no,
played a lot of sport. I played a lot of sports, so athletes were kind of like that.
yeah, I'm
I'm
sure.
gonna just say that. So whatever happens in locker room stays in locker room for most people, most
Very
athletes.
much.
Crazy. But shit, we're gonna go ahead and end off this episode. I appreciate you guys coming on
Yeah,
and
this was
doing this. This was fun for sure. What you guys think of this so far?
I like it. It's cool.
yeah,
I just
Yeah,
need to warm up a little bit.
I feel like it'd be perfect without like if there was no like technical difficulties. Like if it didn't mess up right there, it'd be like right on, like
Yeah.
there, right there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
technology.
You said what?
I said technology do what it wants to, no matter what we want. So we just gotta roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it is. But I don't know. What did you guys think? Like as far as like podcasting, you guys feel like this is better than like doing it in person, like you guys see a lot of times?
Um, I'm cool with either way. I've been on like live podcasts where we actually like film it all together and stuff. And
Yeah.
I did a virtual one before, but I feel like it's the same thing. Kind of, it just looks a little different. I mean, we all still here and we all interacting and communicating. Really, the only difference is we not like literally in the same room.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Some people prefer that. Like when I've reached out to some people, they're like, "Nah, we gotta be like in person." I'm like, "Why?" Like, I mean, I guess if they're like sketched out, I guess I understand, but that's the only reason I can think of. Like,
Uh,
unless you just dead ass want to sit right next to me and like you want to be that close for some reason, then by all means, I hope you don't bite. Fucking,
I like
I don't
this
know what to
concept.
say.
It's like everybody can be literally on different sides of the world, but like we all here. We can still be here. We're
Right.
not limited
I've had
by
a
same state or city.
I've had a couple people from the UK and from Canada on here. Like they're pretty cool, you know.
See?
If I feel like if there's two countries I'm gonna escape to, it's gonna be to either the UK or Canada. Cause like I don't know. I feel
I
like I feel like more so Canada because there's not like much racism over there. There's not much like people hate over there. Like everyone's kind of just there. You know what I'm
I like
saying?
it. I only been once, but I liked it.
You've been there. I want to go there. Like I really do.
Yeah, I went to go see
It's
Beyonce.
better.
Yep.
I just don't like cold weather. That's my only issue. I don't. It's got to be like warm. If it's not warm, I'm gonna be uncomfortable as fuck.
That's why
I
I
don't
love
know.
Cali all the time. Like it do cool down, like at night, it do rain occasionally, but it's not. It's the cool is nothing compared to the fucking winter Antarctica skating rink, like ice rink, fucking
Yeah.
shit. Midwest, especially in Chicago.
I think I don't know. I was in last time I was in Chicago. I was a kid. I do remember like almost slipping on ice, walking on the
Cause
street.
cold than a motherfucker here.
Yeah, I almost busted my ass a couple times. I think I did once too.
Like
And I was like, I was probably like, I don't want to live here. You know, I was probably pissed. Damn. But anyway, yep, that ends this episode. And again, I appreciate you guys coming on. Go ahead, shout out you guys on social medias so everybody could tap in.
Follow me on Instagram, 2_Kammie D. That's it. That's
and
all.
make sure y'all follow me on pretty much everything. My name is the same on all platforms: Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube. Everything is Kyrah Crosswire, just like y'all see on the screen. And then also make sure y'all follow my music page, which is in my bio of my Instagram, but it's AK World Music. So just the letter AK, the word world, and music all together. But that's all of my socials.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all go follow them, show them some love, and again, appreciate you guys coming on.
Thanks for having me.